set. Well, that last graphic, Bud Collins, reflected the fact that Agassi has a temperament that says, I don't have to stay back. I'm not afraid to come to the net and force play.
And we like that about him. And I'm sure Stan Smith does too. Tony Trabert, the last American to win 33 years ago, says you can volley on clay, but you have to be patient to work your way up.
15. Many more times today than I have seen him play, particularly on clay, and I think that that's going to be something that's going to make him a champion.
From the 30-15.
Well, the more Agassi gets used to that type of a strategy of coming in behind that great return, he'll really be effective.
Just wide. So second game point for Gustafsson. There's no question thus far in the match that the smaller, younger player, Agassi, has dictated the pace of the match. He has forced the action. And forces a loose forehand to deuce.
Gustafsson, not one of the Swedes you've heard of, ranks 47th, but was a semifinalist at Stockholm last year, his best tournament beating Mikael Pernfors. He makes most of his money playing club tennis in Germany, which is very highly remunerated.
How about that for aggressive tennis?
Avantage Agassi. Set point for Agassi. Quick, snappy backhand return gives him the second set at 6-2. Agassi leads 2-0. Andre Agassi up 2-0. Opens the third set.
18 years of age, and if he can win today, Dick, he will be the youngest American man ever in the quarterfinals.
On the line. And just to repeat what has become the tennis obvious in Paris, 1955, Tony Trabert repeated as the French Open champion. That was the last time an American man won this title. A long, long time. There goes the machine again. That's been after Agassi's second time it squeaked at him.
Like McEnroe on that first day against the Russian Volkov, called for a foot fault before he even hit the ball, and he laughed. He enjoyed it.
You know, Bud, you talk about the age of the players. Yesterday, they did an analysis of the players still left in the draw, and the average age for the top half was just over 18 years old, and the bottom half was 23 years old. You know, when I was playing, the average age was probably about 26 at this stage in the tournament.
You have the Agassis at 18. You had Michael Chang in yesterday at 16.
Either the players wear out or their tax accountants wear out.
30.
30 all, and we try the best we can with the sound and our camera angles to let you appreciate the power of that forehand. But it's one of those you got to be there to believe it.
This serving in the left court, Agassi, he moves wide left, his own left, as he's done here, will often kick the serve, and it's a big kicker to the backhand of a right-hander who disappears fielding it.
And it's just long, and a break chance lost by Gustafsson once again. It's been a series of those throughout the match.
In his previous victory, Agassi, over the Soviet, Andre Vissand, he nearly put Vissand into the second row of seats trying to return that serve. Now, the linesman is called in, Michel Moissin, and of course, he's not going to overrule his original call. And the umpire, Rudolf Berger, indicated he thought the ball was good by calling the linesman out, but it was too close to overrule, and Berger was smart not to overrule. Too much of that going on.
Yesterday, Bud, we had the radar gun at this court one, and Boris Becker was playing. We timed his serve at 103 miles an hour. Just after Becker, they timed the forehand of Agassi at 93 miles an hour. Well done.
My advice is to look both ways before crossing the street if Andre is serving or hitting a forehand.
I played a little doubles with him the other day, and he was returning on the backhand side. And I thought if he hit that ball late on the forehand, it would go right through my chest and still go over the net.
Net judge wisely leaning back from that misfire. Gustafsson with another break point. And this time he converts. So Gustafsson with the early lead. We'll be back after these words from your local station. Nick Bollettieri, Andre Agassi's coach down there in Bradenton, Florida.
On the right, Philip Agassi, and on the left, Fritz New. Philip is the older brother of Andre. Fritz is an assistant to Bollettieri. And that's a tennis family, the Agassis, started by Papa Mike,
whose sport was boxing in Iran. Love Gustafsson. Oh! Straight sets. Perez Roldan of Argentina. He's only 18. Knocks out the #2 seed Stefan Edberg of Sweden.
The winner of this plays Perez Roldan. That tennis family I was mentioning, Rita, older sister of Andre, who's married to Pancho Gonzalez.
She was good enough to qualify for the U.S. Open.
She was indeed.
He's got
a hard hitter. Sister Tammy plays for the University of Nevada at Las Vegas, and Philip, who is here today as we watch some sort of chip, but the kid is quick enough to make a point out of it. Brother Philip was a good player as well, but he decided he would devote himself to caring for his younger brother on the tour.
Inside the line to 30-15.
You know, Bud, Phil has really been a tremendous support for Andre. He's so young. He's out there on the tour. He would have been out there by himself, but Phil has been a tremendous confidant, coach, friend, and of course, big brother.
It helps. I don't know if their mother Elizabeth plays or not. She may be the sane one in the family. But this young man, you're going to like him because he has an ideal match temperament. Says he was a bad actor a couple of years ago, but he got over it.
Now, for the first time, he finds himself behind 2-love in the third. Let's see what this does to Gustafsson. You were kind of hinting there, Bud. You thought it wouldn't be all that bad that Agassi drop a set. Do you really mean that?
Well, I don't think it would hurt him. You've got to lose somewhere along here, and that might take the pressure off. If he wins and goes against Perez Roldan and hasn't lost a set, well, I just think he might be up a little more, but he won't have to be too far up because Captain Tom Gorman of the U.S. Davis Cup team is sitting there not far from Coach Nick Bollettieri.
Yeah, but you lose a set, the other guy wins a set, maybe that turns it around too.
It can encourage him. But it's been pretty easy for Andre thus far.
Just watch.
15-0.
And Tom Gorman, I was going to say, Stan, he said before the match that he was hoping Andre could play Perez Roldan because that's a preview of a Davis Cup match, a critical match for the U.S. and Argentina in July. And he says, win or lose, he'll at least get to know Perez Roldan.
Yes, in a very friendly climate, too. When they go down to Argentina, it's going to be much tougher, a much different situation.
Very tough.
No, here Agassi will be the crowd favorite. He won't get that kind of support to Buenos Aires.
Absolutely.
But you know, when they went to Lima, Peru, when he and Jay Berger came through with those big wins to help the United States beat Peru, Agassi turned the crowd in his favor, which was extraordinary. Or at least turned them neutral, let's put it that way. He was playing Jaime Izaga, and it was a wonderful win that put the United States ahead 2-0 after Berger had beaten Pablo Araya in a 5-hour match.
There's the Davis Cup captain.
There's captain with Dave Markin on the right, who will be the USTA president.
Agassi.
And a service winner for Agassi. He wins at love. 21-year-old Gustafsson serving at 2-1.
30.
Gustafsson got here by beating Tim Mayotte, the number 8 seed, in straight sets. Mayotte, I think, showed some character. He said, I have to come and play on this tournament whether I win or lose. He hadn't played here for several years and had never won a match in the French. He finally beat Carl Limburger in the first round. He said, well, I got a streak of 1.
Boy, wristy cut. Slice that one right down at the shoelaces of Gustafsson.
This is going to look like they're playing on a grass court, the way it ends up. He had such a powerful slice that the ball just goes along like a ground ball.
Well, we won't see that slice backhand at Wimbledon this year. Andre is elected not to play at Wimbledon, but he's going to prepare for Davis Cup and take a little rest. He's been playing so much tennis lately. I think it's probably a wise decision this year, but he's got to get on the grass sometime.
There again, Perez Roldan upsetting Edberg, and we'll meet the winner of this match.
40-30.
Andre has played a lot. He's going to return to the United States, rest a little, play the U.S. Pro in Boston, which is on clay, as a prelude to that Davis Cup match in Buenos Aires, July 22nd to 24th. And John McEnroe has said he will play for the United States. So Tom Gorman says the lineup in singles, McEnroe and Agassi. Of course, Rob Seguso and Ken Flack in doubles.
Oh, look at that shot.
Well,
that's a Northern Michigan wood chopper. Right there. You have to learn that on the ice of the Upper Peninsula.
He's jammed, and yet the reaction gets him the point.
How many would
Michigan.
Who would try that? Who else would try it?
The Australians call that a nude forehand. Nothing on it.
It's good.
Caught the line.
Avantage Gustafsson.
So Gustafsson leading 2-1 here in the third. Point away from 3-1.
That's what I like about Andre. There was a very close call. He said, Gee, where's the mark? Where's the mark? You couldn't see it? He said, well, it's good. Okay, play the next point.
Back to deuce.
Égalité.
Well, I'm glad this isn't going to Sweden because Andre has taken Gustafsson out of the picture innumerable times.
Long. We talked about Agassi's parents and their influence. His dad, Mike, a casino captain in Las Vegas. Gustafsson's parents, his dad is an economist and mother a kindergarten teacher in Sweden.
And he's taking correspondence courses in business English. He went to the Bostad School in Sweden, which combines tennis and study, 4 hours a day of each.
Égalité.
In talking to the other Swedish players, they said that he was really eager to win this tournament and, you know, to win this match at least. And to prove himself here at the French. It's the first time he's ever played here.
Wait.
Umpire Berger calls a halt. Ball boy, right side of your picture.